Israel illegally and criminally attacked Iran this weekend. Illegally, because you can't just attack another country. I know Israel's in the habit of doing it, but it's still illegal. Criminal, because a lot of civilians, including children, were killed. And nuclear power plants were deliberately targeted, creating this way the risk of a nuclear catastrophe with mass civilian victims. Now this is terrible, and so I was saying, like we did when Russia attacked Ukraine, the European Union will condemn this. But what do I see? No. Ursula von der Leyen even insists on the right of Israel to defend itself. But to defend itself what? They're the ones attacking. They're the ones having the nukes. Right. They're the ones threatening to
we are in a procedural point.
No, okay, I agree, but come on. To transform Tehran into Gaza.
Okay.
So we need a vote on this. We cannot just not condemn this and keep on supporting criminal actions that are against international law and against human rights. Thank you.
How many children have you killed?
Pierce, Israel is not killing children. Israel is not killing children. Hamas is using them as human
Israel is killing
shields.
children every single day.
Pierce, this is a blood label you're putting on Israel. You know it's not true.
What? No, it's not actually. And what you're trying to do is be very weaselly with your words.
No, I'm not.
The truth is, you are killing a lot of children. You would argue you're doing.
Why it's caused?
Hang on, let me
because
finish.
Hamas is using them as human shields, and you know that.
Let me finish my question to you. You are killing a lot of children on a daily basis. That is indisputable. My interesting question for you is, how come you know exactly how many Hamas terrorists you've killed, but you have no idea how many children you've killed?
Israel just bombed the Iranian state TV. While people are walking there, they were broadcasting live on TV. Now, in return, this is what the Iranian military currently is saying.
Warning to the residents of the occupied territories. Leave the occupied territories because without a doubt in the future, it will no longer be habitable for you. Do not let the criminal regime use you as human shields. And know that taking shelter in underground bunkers will not provide you with security. Ignoring these warnings will bring much harder days of you.
After the Israeli army bombed the Iranian state TV, while people were inside broadcasting, I will show you guys that video. Then the Iranian military says that the civilians in Israel should leave certain places like Tel Aviv or Tel Aviv. They were also advising civilians that to stay away from the weapons production facilities, oil refineries and nuclear facilities in Israel because they are going to bomb them. They also called for the evacuations of the residents who are living in the city of Bnei Brak in Israel. They are also asking the Israeli citizens to evacuate from the TV stations like this Israeli channel 12 here and now 14 in Israel channel, which means the Iranians are going to bomb those places. So this is the warning. That is the outcome after Israeli bomb it. So I don't know what that guy was saying, but this was the aftermath after Israel bombed the TV station in Iran. And the Iranian army are saying that they are going to bomb the TV stations across Israel, nuclear facilities, and also weapons production facilities in Israel, and also nuclear sites as well. So things are getting out of hand between Israel and Iran. But let me know, what do you guys think could be the solution to these problems? Because Israel attacked Iran first. To say for everyone to understand, it was Israel who says that Iran do not need to have a nuclear weapon. That was the reason they went on to bomb Iran. So like that Israel just basically want to be a police officer in the entire world to dictate how others should live, which is, by the way, wrong. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think will be the solution between Iran and Israel? Because things are getting out of hand.
Okay, so let's take it from the top. All goddamn day, the Iranian military been tweeting like it's 2014 and they from the south side of fucking Chicago. Like the ops is watching. And they know the ops is watching. They want them to see this shit. That's how they been tweeting all damn day. I'm talking Vaughn, Durko, Chief Keef, Sosa, Love Sosa, and fucking with the, like they been tweeting like that all fucking day. Damn that. They been tweeting like that for like 3 days straight. Like they have been on one. They told all of us, all you niggas gonna feel me. Since you didn't hear me the first time, you niggas ain't got no other choice but to feel me. You feel me? And I was like, all of us? And they was like, everybody. I'm sending heat down your block. And I was like, okay. But what did we do? What did we do? Like, we didn't do nothing. He was like, don't worry. It's gonna be some time. But if we get involved, oh baby, heat's coming down your block for sure. And I was like, I fucking hate that man. Oh my goodness gracious. But don't worry, because other people is intervening. So basically what ended up happening was, while they was tweeting, like they was literally like from the south side of Chicago all day. Tell me why KK and them boys pulled up to the set and was like, whoop whoop. Hey, everybody around this motherfucker, clear this shit out. No, I mean fast, son. Like, you gonna have to be gone before the sun hit the horizon line. You know why? Because they was asking them, like, what is you talking about? Like, why? Why we gotta get out of Tel Aviv? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's still parts of Tel Aviv that's habitable for us. And he was like, I wouldn't be here when I get back if I were you. And they basically was like, why? And he was like, oh, you gonna find out why. Ain't gonna be no more Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv gonna be gone. By the time the sun hit the horizon line, Tel Aviv gonna be gone. It's gonna be out of here. It's no longer gonna be on the map. Do what you want with that. And these are some gangster ass niggas, you feel me? This woman continued to troll Benjamin Netanyahu. I mean, she been frying the shit out of Egghead all day. That man destroyed the broadcasting station, the internet signal. You wanna know what she did? Pulled the goddamn tablet out and kept going and was like, bitch, you thought I was done? Round 2, ding, ding. And kept broadcasting. These is not, they different. Do you understand me? She been frying the shit out of Egghead all day with that finger in the air. She don't give a fuck about them bombs. Them bombs been bombing right around her and she was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna finish this roast. I'm gonna finish frying your ass. You won't hear me, bitch. Then they taking down more F-35 jets. Like it's nothing. Y'all, why I get the opportunity to see in the inside of their command center? I'm thinking that this shit is all manual. No, not manual. I'm thinking that it's all like satellite. I'm assuming that it's all satellite. Tell me why. Not only did I get confirmation yesterday from one of the older military men that's like that he's a vet, but he was also a scientist at some point in time. He said, no, baby, no. That's the new shit. Them satellites just went up. No. There's no possible way they're using the new shit. No. They still got a lot of things to do with that. They're using that old shit. The shit that don't require satellite. All that stuff that they doing, they manually operating it. I said, wait a minute. You mean to tell me their precision is that good? That they've been operating manually? Put it like this. Them niggas been using a joystick. You ever played Galactica? Oh my God. You know how strong and precise your shit gotta be to have this many dubs underneath your belt? And y'all gonna go over there and keep fucking with? Hold on, cause that's not all. My sister got Sahar has not let her foot up off of his neck yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? She been going hard for like 15 hours straight. This is personal for Sahar. Sahar is not letting up. Sahar got a personal problem with Egghead. I thought I was bad. Ow. Egghead. You better not ever let Sahar catch you in these streets. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sahar gonna be on your body. Sahar is gonna be on your body for real. They still on there tweeting like that. You trolling right now? Dog, they not taking nothing seriously. They not taking that damn thing seriously. Elon called himself fucking with their account. Iran's military, so they said, fuck it, we just gonna post this picture of ourselves. And it's an evil cat. It's a devious cat. All I'm saying is the energy they giving off right now, they is giving, I know what's coming and you don't. Exactly. This is them. This is them manually doing that shit. They manually do it. There's not a satellite in sight. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it, Jesus. I didn't believe it. I said, There's two people. Child. Then the military was like, oh, well, if you was silent when we was getting our shit rocked, shut the fuck up. I ain't trying to hear that shit, bitch. If you was silent, then if you was silent, shut the fuck up. They told you to stay quiet. Don't call for us right now. We don't want to hear that shit, bitch. KK said, I've had enough fun, and now Israel is done. Wrap this shit up, and I mean by tonight. That shit has had America and Israel in a tizzy, which is why Benjamin Netanyahu, I'm wondering, like, why he all of a sudden acting like this? Like, he was all about doing it slow and whatever the case may be when it came to Palestine, Lebanon. But all of a sudden, this is kind of weird, no? Then Donald Trump going back and forth for whether or not they gonna join in on the fight. Then he finally, out of nowhere, was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and join in on the fight. Tell me why there's several of them fighter jets on their way to the Mediterranean right now. Then they got a ship that's supposedly supposed to be there, supposed to reach the edge of the Persian Gulf by next week. But baby, by next week. Child, you about to just go ahead and tell them to turn around. You about to, child, what? So boom, Israel and America, they getting the threat and they getting the throwing up gang signs. Iran said, bitch, what? Oh, say less. Gets on the phone, calls up the big dogs, calls up the homies. China, Russia, Pakistan, Afghanistan, they get to calling up their homies. All them niggas, they run straight to the border. Straight to the border. Afghanistan officially announced that if the United States called themselves even so much as trying to get in, they're going to get busy with them. Real talk. So if the United States intervenes militarily against Iran, we will take action of our own. Basically, I'm in your shit, bitch, and I wish you would. Pakistan been there for days. I knew when they said they was only going to make sure none of the shrapnel that fell in Jordan don't fall in Pakistan. I knew that shit was bullshit. I knew they was pacing back and forth for a reason. They on game. Homegirl ready to stab behind her best friend. Ready to go best friend, that's my best friend. Go best friend, that's my best friend. She finna fuck you up. That's what it's giving. I'm like, damn. Iran coming with them big steppers. Like they are not fucking around. They ready to get down. They still tweeting. These niggas are still tweeting, throwing up gang signs and everything. This is from KK account. I said, oh, damn. He done posted a quote from the Quran. They finna wrap this shit up expeditiously. Expeditiously. Meanwhile, BB in the corner, egghead in the corner, talking about, oh yeah, he's still talking shit, talking about, oh yeah, KK is like Hitler. We all like, damn, womp womp. That's all you had? Like, he finna rock your shit. Baby girl, he about to rock your shit. That's crazy. You should have stayed in Greece, Bookie. Then the wig out here every other day talking about Iran wants to make a deal. Iran hasn't picked up the phone once for this man. He been talking to himself in Iran DMs and Iran hasn't answered one time. And I guess he got mad because Iran blocked the shit out of him. And he said, oh, you should have signed the deal. Iran can't have a nuclear program. Meanwhile, Iran's big dogs and their homies, oh, they already waiting at the border for that action. I told you, actions speak louder than words. They ready for whatever. They ready to get down. They ready to get busy, get active, little mama, get in the fucking field and stop with them damn Twitter fingers. Meanwhile, in America, we look embarrassed as shit because that's all we got.
You know, Harlem, New York City gave birth to Dr. Umar on October the 30th of 2010 at the National Black Theater. I did my first lecture there in New York City, and in 48 hours, I was a household name. So thank you, New York City. We are here today on serious business, the business of supporting, of defending, and of standing with our brothers of the Sahel Alliance. We stand with Captain Ibrahim Traoré. We stand with General Goita. We stand with General Chiani. We stand with all independent African countries. 2 weeks ago, I was at the Oxford Union. I received an invitation to debate the father of Elon Musk, Elon Musk. And the topic of the debate was, does Africa still need her colonizers? That was the question. And I find it interesting that people believe Africa cannot govern herself when Africa was governing herself when Europeans were still crawling around inside the caves. So if we could govern ourselves before the white man came to Africa, why can't we govern ourselves after the white man left Africa? The truth of the matter, it's not that Africa needs Europe. Africa doesn't need France. Africa doesn't need the United States. Africa doesn't need Belgium. Africa doesn't need England. Africa needs the freedom to implement an African program. It is outside interference. It is outside interference. Yes. It is outside interference that keeps Africa from being the great and mighty continent it is. If the Sahel Alliance was allowed to do what was best for African people, it would be done already. If Ghana, if Nigeria, if Eritrea, if Botswana, if Lesotho, if Togo and Benin, if Angola and Namibia, if the African states were allowed to carry out their own agenda, we won't have a problem of 340 million Africans starving. We won't have a problem of food insecurity. Help me understand how Africans can be starving in Africa when Africa has enough agricultural land to feed the entire world, brothers and sisters. Africa can feed the entire world. So if Africa can feed the entire world, why do we have starvation on the African continent? I'll tell you why. Here in the United States, we have 2 parasite organizations. And when you go home tonight, Dr. Umar is giving you a homework assignment. I want you to look up the World Bank. And I want you to look up the International Monetary Fund, the IMF and the WB. Both of these institutions are headquartered in Washington, D.C. These institutions, their job is to go into Africa and sell false promises with high interest loans, and they bankrupt and sabotage the economies of independent African countries. And the weapon, as Thomas Sankara, that great son of Africa, said, the weapon, as Thomas Sankara said in 1987, the weapon is debt. They use debt as a rope they put around the necks of African heads of state to force them to do what America wants them to do, to force them to do what Britain and France and Holland wants them to do. The reason Africa must stop accepting loans from white parasite countries. The reason I'm so proud of Captain Ibrahim Traoré and his decision to stop taking loans and handouts from the West is these loans come with 3 requirements, brothers and sisters. I need you to understand this, because when you say why Africa been free for 60 and 70 years and still backwards, you need to know why.